Hi everyone, welcome back to the Movie Reviewers 100. My name is Scott, also known as Cineram here on this site, and I do the Thursday videos. We have a double feature for you today. Earlier, EJ posted a special video on Indiana Jones, and now I'm here to do my review, for which the theme is, of course, Jack Nicholson this week. However, before I get started with that, I want to make a special announcement. Starting tomorrow, our theme will be Susan Sarandon. And it just so happens that Susan Sarandon is one of the cast members of Cloud Atlas, which I will be seeing next week, and I will have a review for you on that movie 1 week from today. So tune in, subscribe, rockin' and rollin'. So Jack Nicholson, as I said, is our theme this week. And when Ray did his video on As Good as It Gets, he also made mention of a film called The Pledge, which I am a big fan of. It was the best movie I saw all of 2001, and so I wanted to talk about it. Jack Nicholson is a cop who basically retires in the first day that the movie takes place on from the police force. But at his retirement party, there's a word that a little girl has been brutally killed, and so he starts to investigate, even though he's not supposed to be a cop anymore. And then he goes to inform the family that their daughter has been killed. And the mother, played by Patricia Clarkson, makes him promise to catch the killer. Even though he's retired, he just retired like hours earlier, was at his retirement party, he says, "I promise I'll find the killer." So now that he's retired, he has to sort of find the killer on his own time. This is not something that the other cops in his precinct are pleased about. They think they've already got the killer. There's a guy that they liked for it and questioned. And then this guy committed suicide, and so everyone's like, well, the case is wrapped up, and everything like that. And Nicholson's like, I don't know about that, This guy had mental problems, he was, a little bit disabled. I don't think that he is actually our guy. I think it was someone else. So he studies the killer's pattern, and he ends up buying a gas station in an area of the state where the killer might be located because of where various bodies were found. He sort of cottons to the idea that there's two other people that were killed. A young girl similar to the one that he discovered on the first day, in the first day of the film, and then there's another girl who went missing, and he thinks that they were all abducted by the same person. So he's looking for a particular kind of vehicle based on the account of another girl at the school where one of the victims went to school at, and he's just sort of piecing together bit by bit little bits of evidence, even though he's not actually working as a cop anymore. This movie is really, really good. Sean Penn is the director, actually. He got a lot of attention for Into the Wild, which came out a few years ago, but I really think this is the best film that he's done. When I saw it, I was really struck by his visual style. It seems to have evolved from just a standard sort of indie look into something that's more like Michael Mann, actually, or at least Michael Mann in the 90s before he went all crazy with digital shooting on Public Enemies and Miami Vice, two films which I don't think are very good looking at all. But when you look at his films like Heat and The Insider, those are really, really good looking movies. And The Pledge has a very similar look to it, which I was very pleased by. There's also an excellent cast in this movie. Robin Wright, who was, of course, married to Sean Penn at the time, is a prominent role in it. Sam Shepard, Aaron Eckhart, Helen Mirren, and Mickey Rourke pop up in small parts. Just a really, really good cast and a really solid film, and quite menacing at times. Tom Noonan also is in this movie. For those of you who've seen the original Hannibal Lecter movie, Manhunter, he was a serial killer in that, and he certainly plays his sort of sinister persona to good effect in this one as well. So The Pledge is one of Nicholson's most overlooked films, I think. It doesn't get the kind of praise that he got for like A Few Good Men, in terms of endearment, any of the big movies like that. I think probably the first movie I'd heard of him in was The Witches of Eastwick, which came out in '87. I mean, I'd heard of him, but I really wasn't familiar with his stuff until that movie came out and I saw the ads for it. And I actually hadn't heard of Susan Sarandon and Michelle Pfeiffer, both in that movie either. It was the first I'd seen of either of them. Hey, another Susan Sarandon flick, nice. But I'm not reviewing that one. Next week, Cloud Atlas, and also, since I'm going to the film festival, the Chicago International Film Festival, I'm going to get a chance Tom Tykwer, and the Wachowskis in person. They're going to be there, and so I'll be posting video on the actual screening and the Q&A if they have one on my personal channel. But I have a review for you guys here on the Movie Reviewers 100. So subscribe if you haven't already, and look forward to that. I'm very much looking forward to that. It's going to be weird film, yeah. Thanks very much for watching. See you again real soon, and don't forget to check out the other guys' videos on this collab. Thanks very much, and take it easy.